My dear friends, esteemed listeners, and seekers of truth, I stand before you today to impart a message of profound importance. A message that has the power to transform your life and reshape your reality. We are here to explore and embrace a mindset of not caring about what others think. This is not a call to indifference or disregard for our fellow beings, but rather an invitation to tap into the infinite power that resides within you, the power of your imagination and your true self. Consider for a moment the energy you expend daily concerning yourself with the opinions of others. This energy, this precious life force, is being directed outward, scattered to the winds of external validation and approval. But I say to you with absolute certainty that this power belongs to you and you alone. It is your divine right to harness it, to direct it inward, and to use it to shape your world according to your deepest desires and true self. You see, when we allow ourselves to be swayed by the thoughts and opinions of others, we are living in a state of division. We are separating ourselves from our true nature, from the God within us, for it is written, I am my Father alone. This oneness, this unity with the divine is our natural state. It is who we truly are. And in this state of oneness, there is no room for the petty concerns and judgments of others. Now I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and feel the life force flowing through you. This energy, this essence, is the very substance of creation. It is the power that moves worlds, that shapes realities, and it resides within you, waiting to be awakened, waiting to be directed by your conscious mind. As you breathe, I want you to imagine a scene. Picture yourself standing tall, confident, and radiant. You are surrounded by a golden light that emanates from within you. This light is your true essence, your divine nature. Now imagine that all around you are the thoughts and opinions of others. They swirl about like leaves in the wind, but they cannot touch you. They cannot penetrate the radiant light of your being. Feel the power of this image. Feel the peace and confidence that comes from knowing that you are complete, whole, and perfect. Just as you are, this is your natural state. This is who you truly are. Now open your eyes and carry this feeling with you, for this is not just an exercise in visualization. This is a glimpse of your true nature, of the reality that awaits you when you fully embrace the mindset of not caring what others think. You see, my dear friends, the world we experience is nothing more than a reflection of our inner state, as within, so without. The Bible tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is not mere poetry or metaphor. This is the fundamental of creation. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner state, these are the building blocks of your reality. When you allow yourself to be consumed by the opinions of others, you are giving away your power. You are allowing external forces to shape your inner world and thus your outer reality. But when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you reclaim this power. You take back control of your inner world, and in doing so, you gain the ability to shape your outer reality according to your will. Now, let me be clear, this is not about becoming selfish or disregarding the feelings of others. Far from it. When you truly embrace this mindset, you become more compassionate, more loving, more authentic in your interactions with others, because you are no longer acting from a place of fear or need for approval. You are acting from a place of wholeness, of completeness. Think about it. When you are constantly seeking the approval of others, are you not coming from a place of lack? Are you not implying through your very actions that you are incomplete without their validation? When you embrace the truth of who you are, when you recognize your oneness with the divine, you approach life from a place of abundance. You have an infinite wellspring of love and approval within you. You need nothing from the outside world to complete you. And from this place of completeness, of wholeness, you are able to give freely. You are able to love unconditionally. You are able to be truly present with others without the need to impress or to gain their approval. This is true freedom. This is true love. Now, I want you to consider for a moment the great figures throughout history who have changed the world. The visionaries, the innovators, the revolutionaries. Do you think they achieved their greatness by constantly worrying about what others thought? No, of course not. They dared to think differently. They dared to challenge the status quo. They dared to be true to their inner vision, regardless of the opinions of others. You see, when you stop caring about what others think, you free yourself to hear the voice of your own intuition, your own inner guidance. This is the voice of God within you. It is always speaking, always guiding you towards your highest good. But so often we drown out this voice with the cacophony of others' opinions and expectations. Imagine for a moment what your life would be like if you could hear this voice clearly, if you could trust it implicitly, if you could follow its guidance without hesitation or doubt. This is the life that awaits you when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. But Wayne, you say, how can I simply stop caring what others think? It's not that easy. And you're right, it's not easy. If you approach it from the level of the physical, the love, but remember, we do not manifest our reality through action alone. We manifest through consciousness, through our state of being. The secret, my dear friends, is this. You must assume the state of the wish fulfilled. You must live from the end. In other words, you must become, in consciousness, the person who does not care what others think. You must feel it, believe it, know it to be true, even before there's any physical evidence of it. Close your eyes once more. Imagine yourself as that person. Feel what it feels like to be completely free from the opinions of others. Feel the confidence, the peace, the inner certainty that comes with this state. Breathe it in. Let it permeate every cell of your being. Now, here's the crucial part. You must persist in this state. You must make it your new normal. As you go about your day, continually remind yourself of this feeling. Return to it again and again, for as you persist in this state, it will harden into fact. It will become your new reality. Remember, the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. As you change your inner state, your outer world must change to match it. This is the law. This is how reality works. Now, I want to address a common misconception. Some people believe that not caring what others think means becoming cold or indifferent. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you truly embrace this mindset, you become more loving, more compassionate, more authentic in your interactions with others. You see, when you're constantly worried about what others think, you're not really present with them. You're caught up in your own mind, in your own insecurities and fears. But when you let go of this need for approval, you're free to be fully present. You're free to really see and hear the other person, to connect with them on a deeper level. Moreover, when you're no longer seeking validation from others, you're able to give more freely. You're able to love unconditionally because your sense of self-worth isn't dependent on their reaction or approval. You're coming from a place of fullness, of abundance, rather than lack. Think about the people in your life who truly inspire you, the ones who radiate confidence and authenticity. Aren't they the ones who seem least concerned with what others think of them? They're not trying to impress anyone. They're simply being themselves, fully and unapologetically. And paradoxically, it's this very quality that draws others to them. This, my friends, is the power of embracing the mindset of not caring what others think. It's not about becoming selfish or disconnected. It's about becoming more authentically yourself. And in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can transform your relationships. When you're constantly seeking approval, you're not showing up as your true self in your relationships. You're showing up as who you think the other person wants you to be. This creates a barrier to true intimacy and connection. But when you embrace this mindset, you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be real, to be seen for who you truly are. And yes, this can be scary at first. There's always the fear that if people see the real you, they might not like what they see. But here's the truthful, that people who are meant to be in your life will love you not in spite of who you are, but because of who you are. Moreover, when you stop caring so much about what others think, you free yourself to set healthy boundaries in your relationships. You're able to say no when you need to without feeling guilty. You're able to express your needs and desires clearly without fear of rejection. This leads to more balanced, more fulfilling relationships. Now, let's consider how this mindset can impact your career and your pursuits in life. So often we hold ourselves back from pursuing our true passions because we're afraid of what others might think. We choose safe, conventional paths instead of following our hearts. But imagine for a moment what you could achieve if you were free from this fear. What dreams would you pursue? What risks would you take? What greatness might you achieve? You see, when you stop caring what others think, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You allow yourself to think outside the box, to challenge conventions, to innovate. This is how progress is made. This is how new ideas are born. This is how the world is changed. Consider the great innovators and visionaries throughout history. They didn't achieve greatness by following the crowd or worrying about what others thought. They dared to be different. They dared to pursue their vision even when others called them crazy or impossible. Now, I want to address a common fear that comes up when we talk about not caring what others think. Some of you may be worried that this mindset will lead to selfishness or a lack of consideration for others. But let me assure you, this is not the case. When you truly embrace this mindset, you actually become more considerate, more authentic in your interactions with others. Because you're no longer acting from a place of fear or need for approval. You're acting from a place of inner security and self-assurance. Think about it. When you're constantly worried about what others think, aren't you actually being a bit selfish? Aren't you more focused on how you're being perceived than on truly connecting with the other person? But when you let go of this need for approval, you're free to listen, to really see the other person. You're free to be genuinely present and engaged. Moreover, when you're secure in yourself and your own worth, you're able to celebrate other successes without feeling threatened. You're able to offer genuine compliments and support because you're not constantly comparing yourself to others or seeking their validation. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can impact your overall sense of happiness and fulfillment. When you're constantly seeking approval from others, you're putting your happiness in their hands. You're allowing external factors to determine your self-worth and your level of satisfaction with life. But when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you take back control of your own happiness. You start to define success on your own terms. You start to pursue goals and dreams that truly resonate with you, not just ones that look good to others. Imagine waking up each morning excited about the day ahead because you're living life on your own terms. Imagine going to bed each night satisfied because you've been true to yourself. This is the kind of deep, lasting fulfillment that comes from embracing this mindset. Now, I want to address something important. Embracing this mindset doesn't mean you become immune to hurt or disappointment. You're still human after all. There will still be times when criticism stings or when rejection feels painful. The difference is in how you handle these experiences. Instead of being devastated by them or letting them define you, you're able to process them and move forward. You're able to see them as part of the journey rather than as a reflection of your worth. This resilience is one of the most valuable skills you can develop in life. It allows you to keep pursuing your dreams even when faced with obstacles. It enables you to bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. And here's a powerful truth. The more you embrace this mindset, the more resilient you become. Each time you choose to follow your own path, despite others' opinions, you grow stronger. Each time you express yourself authentically without fear of judgment, you become more confident in who you are. Now, let's talk about how to cultivate this mindset in your daily life. Remember, it's not about trying to force yourself not to care. It's about shifting your focus inward, about reconnecting with your true self, your divine nature. Start each day with a moment of quiet reflection. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of who you truly are. Feel your connection to the divine source within you. Remind yourself that you're complete, whole, and perfect just as you are. Throughout the day, whenever you find yourself worrying about what others think of us, take a breath. Return to that feeling of inner certainty and completeness. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts you entertain and which you let go. Practice expressing yourself authentically in small ways. Share an opinion, even if it's different from those around you. Wear something that truly reflects your style, even if it's not fashionable. Take a small risk in pursuing something you're passionate about. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you cultivate this new mindset. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each time you choose authenticity over approval, seeking your growing. Each time you follow your own path despite others' opinions, you're becoming stronger. Now, I want to share with you a powerful technique for embodying this mindset. It's called the I Am meditation. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Then begin to repeat to yourself, I am free from the opinions of others. I am confident in who I am. I am complete and whole within myself. Feel the truth of these statements as you repeat them. Let them sink into your subconscious mind. Do this for a few minutes each day and watch how your reality begins to shift. Remember, my dear friends, the imagination is the gateway to the divine. It is through your imagination that you can experience and embody new states of being. So, use your imagination to its fullest potential. See yourself as the person who's free from the opinions of others. Feel what it feels like to be that person. Live from that state and watch as your outer world transforms to match your inner reality. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can impact your creativity and self-expression. When you're constantly worried about what others think, you tend to play it safe. You stick to what's familiar and accept it. You hold back your most innovative ideas for fear of judgment or ridicule. But when you embrace a mindset of not caring what others think, you give yourself permission to explore, to experiment, to push boundaries. You allow yourself to be truly creative and innovative. Think about some of the greatest artists, inventors, and innovators throughout history. They weren't the ones who played it safe and followed the crowd. They were the ones who dared to think differently, who weren't afraid to challenge conventions and push boundaries. By embracing this mindset, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You allow yourself to dream bigger, to take bigger risks, to pursue ideas that others might consider crazy or impossible. And here's the thing, even if not every idea is a winner, even if you face setbacks or failures along the way, you're still growing. You're still learning, you're still moving forward. And that's what really matters. Remember, my dear friends, you are not here to live up to the expectations of others. You are here to fulfill your own unique purpose, to express your own unique gifts. The world doesn't need another copy, another person trying to fit in. The world needs you, the real you in all your authentic, imperfect, glorious uniqueness. When you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you free yourself to be that person. You free yourself to make your unique contribution to the world. And in doing so, You inspire others to do the same. Imagine a world where everyone felt free to be their authentic selves. Imagine the creativity, the innovation, the love that would flourish in such a world. This is the world we can create, one person at a time, as we embrace this mindset. Now, I want to address a fear that often comes up when we talk about not caring what others think. Some of you may be worried that you'll lose connections or relationships if you start being more authentic. And it's true. As you change, some relationships may shift or even end. But here's the beautiful truth. As you become more authentic, you'll attract people who appreciate and love you for who you truly are. You'll form deeper, more meaningful connections based on mutual understanding and acceptance. And the relationships that do stand the test of time, they'll become stronger than ever. Because now you're showing up as your true self, allowing for a level of intimacy and understanding that wasn't possible before. Remember, my dear friends, you are not your roles. You are not your job title, your relationship status, your social standing. These are all temporary states, costumes you wear in the play of life. But beneath all of these, you are infinite consciousness, pure awareness, the very essence of creation itself. When you embrace this truth, when you live from this understanding, the opinions of others lose their power over you. As you continue on this journey of embracing a mindset of not caring what others think, remember that it's a process. There will be days when it feels effortless, when you're soaring high above the opinions and judgments of others. And there will be days when it's a struggle, when old habits and fears resurface. But know this, each time you choose authenticity over approval seeking, each time you stay true to yourself in the face of opposition or doubt, you're growing stronger. You're reinforcing this new mindset, this new way of being. In closing, I want to remind you of your true nature. You are not small, limited, or lacking in any way. You are a divine being, infinite and eternal, temporarily experiencing life through a human form. The opinions and judgments of others have no power to define you or limit you unless you give them that power. So choose today to reclaim your power. Choose to live from the understanding of who you truly are. As you leave here today, I challenge you to start living this truth. Start making decisions based on what feels right to you, not what you think others expect. Start expressing yourself fully and authentically. Start pursuing your dreams without fear of judgment. It won't always be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Because when you stop caring what others think and start living true to yourself, that's when life really begins. That's when you start to create a life that's not just successful by society's standards, but deeply fulfilling and meaningful to you. And remember, my dear friends, you are never alone on this journey. The entire universe is conspiring in your favor. The divine power within you is always guiding you, always supporting you. Trust in this power. Believe in yourself and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Thank you, and may you go forth and create the life of your dreams. I want you to listen carefully, for what I am about to share with you is of utmost importance. It is the key that unlocks the door, extremes, the bridge that spans the chasm between your current reality and the life you've always imagined. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Are you prepared to witness the miraculous unfoldment of your desires? Then let us begin. First, understand that if the world we perceive with our physical senses is but a shadow, a reflection of a greater reality that exists within us. This inner world, this realm of imagination, is the true source of all that we experience in our outer world, is the workshop wherein we craft our destinies, the sacred space where we come in with the divine. Consider for a moment the nature of your desires. What is it that you truly want? Is it wealth beyond measure, perfect health, a loving relationship, a fulfilling root? I want you to know that it already exists within you. Yes, you heard me correctly. Everything you want, Everything you've ever dreamed of is already a part of you, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be brought forth into expression. You see, my dear friends, we live in a universe of possibilities. Every conceivable state, every potential experience already exists in what I call the dimensionally larger world of which we are all a part. Your task then is not to create these desires anew, but to select them, to choose them from the infinite array of possibilities that surround you at every moment. But how, you may ask, do we make this selection? How do we bring forth our desires from the realm of potential into the world of actuality? The answer, my friends, lands in the power of your imagination. For it is through the faculty of imagination that we connect with the dimensionally larger world, that we tap into the infinite void of all possibilities. Imagination, you see, is not a frivolous faculty meant only for children and artists. No, imagination is the very substance of reality. It is, as William Blake so eloquently put it, the real and eternal world of which this vegetable universe is but a faint shadow when you imagine. You are engaging in the highest form of activity. You are literally shaping the substance of your reality. Now let us delve deeper into the mechanics of this process. When I say that everything you want is about to appear all at once, I am not speaking metaphorically. I have literal truth about the nature of manifestation. You see, in the realm of imagination, in the dimensionally larger world, there is no time as we understand it in our physical experience. All possibilities exist simultaneously, eternally present in what we might call divine now. When your desire fulfilled, when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are not creating something new. Rather, you are selecting a state, a version of reality that already exists. You are tuning your consciousness to a particular frequency, aligning your specific possibility for an infinite array that surrounds you. This is why I often speak of the importance of living in the end. By this, I mean that you must assume the consciousness, the feeling, the inner conviction of already being or having that which you desire. For your true thrill of imagination, you already have everything you could ever want. Your task is simply to align your consciousness with this truth. Let me give you an example to illustrate this point. Suppose you desire financial abundance. Instead of focusing on your current lack and the bills that need to be paid or the debts that weigh upon you, I urge you to assume the feeling of already being financially free. Feel the relief, the joy, the sense of security that comes with having more than enough. Live from that state. Make it your new reality and imagination. As you do this, persist in this assumption, you will begin to notice changes in your outer world. Opportunities will arise. Unexpected sources of income will appear. Your entire financial situation will begin to shift. And here's the crucial point. These changes are not caused by your imaginal act. Rather, they are the outer manifestation, the shadow of the shift that has already occurred within you. This is what I mean when I say that everything you want is about to appear all at once. In the moment that you truly assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, that you align your consciousness with the desired state, you have already received it. The outer manifestation is simply catching up to the inner reality you have chosen. Now, I can sense that some of you may be skeptical. I've tried visualization, I've tried positive thinking, and nothing has changed to this. I say, examine carefully the nature of your imaginal acts. Are you truly living from the end? Are you fully embodying the state of your wish fulfilled? Or are you simply wishing, hoping, yearning for a change? You see, there is a world of difference between mere wishing and the kind of imaginative act one I'm describing. Wishing implies lack. It reinforces the absence of your desire. When you with the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you live from the end, you are acknowledging the presence of your desire. You are aligning with this reality. Moreover, you must persist in your assumption. The Bible tells us to pray without ceasing. And this is what is meant by instruction. A prayer is not a verbal petition to some external deity. Your prayer is the feeling, the inner conviction of already being or having that which you desire.
And you must hold to this feeling, this conviction, regardless of any garden contradictions in your outer world. This brings us to another crucial point, the importance of detachment. When I say that everything you want is about to appear all at once, I do not mean that you should anxiously await its arrival, constantly checking to see if it is manifested. Such behavior only reinforces the sense of lack, the feeling of not yet having your desire. Instead, you must cultivate a sense of calm certainty, a quiet confidence that your desire is already yours. This is what is meant by the biblical injunction to be still and know, a God in the stillness of your imagination, in the quiet certainty of your assumption. You are God in the act of creation. Let us explore this concept further. When you truly understand that everything you want is about to appear all at once, you will find their entire relationship with desire changes. No longer will you be consumed by anxious longing, by the feeling of lack or want. Instead, you will experience a profound sense of fulfillment, a deep inner peace that comes from knowing that all is well, that all your desires are realized in the realm of imagination. This shift in consciousness is transformative. It liberates you from the tyranny of external circumstances, from the ups and downs of worldly events. For when you know that everything you want is about to appear all at once, when you live from this truth, you become impervious, immune to discouragement. Consider for a moment how this understanding might change your daily life. Imagine waking up each morning with the unshakable conviction that this day holds infinite possibilities, that everything you've ever wanted is on the verge of manifestation. How move through your day? How would you interact with others? How would you respond to challenges? You would, I submit, move through your day with grace and ease, with a sense of joyful anticipation. You would interact with others from a place of abundance, of generosity, knowing that your good is assured. You would face challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, as stepping stones on the path to your desired end. This, my friends, is the true power of living from the end, of assuming the feeling of wish fulfilled. It is not merely a technique for manifesting specific desires, though it certainly can be used for that purpose. More fundamentally, it is a way of being in the world, a state of consciousness that aligns you with the creative power of the universe itself. Now, some of you may be wondering about the mechanics of this process. How, you might ask, does our inner state affect our outer reality? The answer lies in the nature of consciousness itself. You see, consciousness is the only reality. The world you perceive with your senses is not separate from you. It is an extension of your consciousness, a projection of your consciousness. This is why I often say that there is no such thing as an external cause. All causes are mental. Your outer world, your experiences, your circumstances are all for such your inner state. When you change your inner state, when you assume a new state of consciousness, your outer world must change to reflect this new inner reality. This is not magic, though it may seem magical to those who do not understand the law. It is simply the way the universe operates. It is the law of consciousness, the fundamental principle underlying all creation. And it is this law that ensures that everything you want is about to appear all at once. But let us be clear, when I say that everything appear all at once, I do not necessarily mean that all your desires will manifest simultaneously in your physical reality. The timing and manner of the outer manifestation are not for you to determine. Your task is simply to maintain the inner state, to live from the end, persist that your desire is already fulfilled. The outer manifestation will take care of itself. It will unfold in perfect timing, in a way that is in harmony with the totality of your being and the greater good of all. Your job is not to manipulate external circumstances, but to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This brings us to another important point, the role of action in this process. Some may interpret this teaching as an invitation to passivity, as suggesting that we need not take any action in the physical world. This is a misunderstanding. Action is a vital part of creative process, but it must be inspired action, action that flows naturally from your assumed state. When you truly live from the end, when you fully embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself naturally inspired the right actions. These actions will not feel like effort or struggle. They will feel natural, effortless, as if you are being guided by an invisible hand. This is because in a very real sense you are being guided. By assuming the state of your wish fulfilled, you are aligning yourself with the power of the universe. You are tapping into a wisdom that far exceeds your limited conscious mind. And this wisdom will guide you, will inspire you to take the perfect actions to bring about the manifestation of your desire. So do not worry about what you should do it. Focus instead on the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Live from that state, and the right actions will present themselves to you at the perfect time. This is the true meaning of seeking first the innocent of external actions. Now, I want to address a question that often arises when I discuss these principles. Some may ask, but Wayne, what about the desires of others? What if what I want conflicts with what someone else wants? This is a natural concern, but arises from a understanding of the nature of consciousness and creation. You see, in the dimensionally larger world, in the realm of pure possibility, there is no conflict. All desires can be fulfilled. All states can be realized without impinging on the desires or states of others. It is only in our linear perspective we experience conflict and scarcity. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you live from the end, you are not taking anything away from anyone else. You are simply aligning yourself with a version of reality where your desire is fulfilled. And in that state, everyone else's desires are fulfilled as well in a way that is in perfect harmony with the whole. This is why I often say that there is no competition in the kingdom of God. In the realm of imagination, in the dimensionally larger world, there is infinite abundance. There is one enough for everyone. Your good does not come at the expense of another's good. In fact, as you realize your desires, as you manifest your good, you are contributing to the good of all. So do not hesitate to imagine freely, to assume the state of your wish fulfilled, regardless of how it might appear to affect others. Trust in the wisdom of the universe, in the perfect outworking of the law. Know that as you align yourself with your desires, you are aligning yourself with the highest good for all concerned. This understanding liberates you from guilt, from the fear of being selfish or greedy. It allows you to desire boldly, to imagine grandly, knowing that your good is part of the greater good, that your fulfillment contributes to the fulfillment of all. Now let us delve in deeper to mechanics of manifestation. When I say that everything you want is about to appear all at once, I am pointing to a fundamental truth about the nature of time and consciousness. You see, in the realm of imagination, in the dimensionally larger world that extended in our physical experience, all states, all possibilities exist simultaneously in what we might call an eternal now. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, when you assume the feeling of wish fulfilled, you are not creating something new in the future. You are selecting a state that already exists. You are tuning your consciousness to a reality that is already present in the eternal now. This is why the feeling is so crucial. The feeling is the secret, the bridge between the world of imagination and the world of physical experience. When you capture the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you embody the state of having or being what you desire, you are literally stepping into that reality. You are aligning your consciousness with the version or and has what you want. And here's the miraculous part. The moment you do this, the moment you truly capture that feeling and hold to it, everything begins to shift. The entire universe reconfigures itself to match your new inner state. It is not metaphor or poetic license. It is a literal description of how reality operates. The outer world you see is nothing more than a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. As you change your inner state, as you assume a new state of consciousness, your outer world must change to reflect this new reality, has no choice. It is simply following the law of consciousness, the fundamental principle that underlays all creation. This is why persistence is so crucial. When you first assume a new state, when you first capture the feeling of the wish fulfilled, your outer world may not immediately reflect this change. This is because there's often a time lag between the inner shift and its outer manifestation. During this period, it may seem as if nothing is happening. The temptation may be to give up, to conclude that it's not working. But this is precisely when you must hold to your assumption, when you must persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Remember, the outer world is catching up to your new inner reality. Everything is in motion. Everything is shifting to align with your new state. But this rearrangement takes time in our physical experience. You tatas, regardless of any apparent contradictions in your outer world. This is what is meant by living by faith. Faith, in this context, is not blind belief in something unseen. It is the evidence of things not seen with the physical eye, but perceived clearly with the eye imagination. It is the unwavering conviction that what you have imagined, what you have assumed in consciousness, is already a reality. As you persist in this faith, as you hold fast to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you will begin to notice changes in your outer world. At first, these changes may be subtle. You might notice small synchronicities, seemingly chance encounters, or events that align with your desire. These are signs that the law is working, that the universe is responding to your new state. As you continue to persist, these changes will become more pronounced. They'll arise. Circumstances will shift. People will enter or exit your life, all in perfect alignment with your assumed state. And then often when you least expect it, your desire will manifest fully in your physical reality. This is what I mean when I say you one is about to appear all at once. In the moment that you truly assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, in the instant that you align your consciousness with the desired state, you have already received it. The outer manifestation is simply catching up to the inner reality you have chosen. Now, I want to address a common misconception about this process. Some may interpret this teaching as suggesting that we can manipulate reality to our whim, that we can force the universe to give us whatever we want. This is a misunderstanding of the law. You see, the law of consciousness is not about imposing your will on the universe. It's about aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. It's about recognizing your oneness with the source of all creation and allowing that power to express itself through you. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are not forcing anything. You are simply choosing a state, selecting a version of reality that already exists in the dimensionally larger world. You are aligning your consciousness a particular possibility from the infinite array that surrounds you. This alignment is not an act of force or will. It is an act of surrender, of allowing. You are surrendering your limited personal will to the greater will of your divine self, your true self that is one creative power of the universe. This is why the state of relaxation is so important in this work. When you are relaxed, when you are in a state of allowing, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities that surround you. You become receptive to the guidance of your higher self, to the will of the universe. So as you imagine your desire fulfilled, as you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, do so with a sense of ease, of relaxation. Don't strain, don't force. Simply allow yourself to sink into the feeling, to become one with the state you desire. This state of relaxed allowance is the fertile soil in which your desires take root and grow. It is the state in which miracles occur, in which the seemingly impossible becomes possible. It is the state in which everything you want appears all at once. Now let us consider another aspect of this principle. When I say that everything you want is about to appear all at once, I am not just referring to material desires or external circumstances. This principle applies equally to inner states, to qualities of experiencing the world. Perhaps what you truly want is not a specific thing or circumstance, but a state of being. Perhaps you want to experience more love, more joy, more peace in your life. The principle remains the same. Assume the feeling of being loving, joyful, peaceful. Shift from that to you embody it fully in your imagination. As you do this, as you persist in this assumption, you will find that your entire experience of life begins to shift. You will attract experiences, people, circumstances that reflect and reinforce your assumed state. You will begin to see the world through new eyes, to experience reality in a new way. This is the true power of imagination. It is not just about manifesting external things or circumstances. It is about shaping your entire experience of reality, about choosing the state of consciousness from which you love your life. And here's a profound truth. As you elevate your state of consciousness, as you align yourself with higher states of being, you naturally attract experiences that match that state. The things and circumstances desired may manifest, but you may find that they no longer hold the same importance for you. This is because you have aligned yourself with something greater than mere material possessions or external circumstances. You have aligned yourself with the creative power of the universe itself. You have recognized your true nature as a divine being, capable of shaping reality through the power of your imagination. This recognition, this alignment with your true self, is the ultimate goal of all desire. It is the consciousness which everything you want appears all at once, because you recognize that you already are everything you could ever want to be. In this state, desire itself is transformed. No longer do desire for place, a lack, or want. Instead, your desires become expressions of your divine nature, ways of bringing more love, more joy, more beauty into the world. Your life becomes a constant act of creation, a continuous unfoldment of infinite possibilities. This, my dear friends, is the potential that lies within each of you. It is the birthright of every human being, the true purpose of our existence. We are here to recognize our divine nature, to align ourselves with the creative power of the universe, and to express that power through imagination. As you lead today, I urge you to carry this truth with you. Remember that everything you want is about to appear all at once, not because you are going to receive something you lack, but because you are about to recognize what you already are, from this truth. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled in every moment. Persist in your assumption regardless of any apparent contradictions in your outer world. Know that you do this, you are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. You are stepping into your true identity as a divine being. And as you do this, watch and wonder as your world transforms, as everything you've ever wanted begins to appear in your experience, not as something separate from you, but as a natural expression of who you truly are. Is within you. Everything you could ever want or need already exists within you. Your task is simply to recognize this truth, to live from it, to express it in your daily life. So go forth with confidence, with joy, with unshakable known everything you want is about to appear all at once. For in truth it already has. You simply need to open your eyes to adjust your vision, to see the miraculous reality that surrounds you at every moment. This, my friends, the promise and the power of your imagination. This is the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. Embrace it fully, live from it completely, and watch in awe as your life becomes a living testament to the creative power that resides within you. Thank you for your attentiveness to these truths. May you go create miracles in your life and in the world around you. For you are the miracle, you are the power. You are the divine expressing itself in human form. Everything you want is about to appear all at once because you are about to recognize are everything you could ever want to be.